Hello everybody, my name is whatI. What I want to talk to you about today is, in my opinion, one of the most versatile as well as consistent SMGs as far as gas blowbacks go on the market. And it's no surprise it comes from the folks at KWA. They partnered up with Umarex, and a lot of people think that Umarex is just an importer, and this just isn't true. They've done a lot of design work. They do have a manufacturing plant, and I would like to think that some of the designs went into this. The thing about the MP7A1 from KWA is it's so versatile, and it's been out for such a long time that there's a slew of aftermarket upgrades that you can put in this gun. For instance, when it's being an SMG, one of the first things that we think about is CQB. And one of the awesome things that comes for this gun is the low power bolt. And that'll drop you down into the sweet spot for CQB, around 300s. John J. Rambo 1 has a video over on his channel. Please go over there and subscribe to him, where he installs the low power bolt. Now that doesn't mean that you can only use this gun for CQB, because if you use the stock high power bolt that's in it, it chronos anywhere from the low to the mid 400s, which makes it an excellent open field gun, and it can reach out and touch somebody at ranges from 100 plus feet. Now the length of it is what makes you lean more towards the CQB style. With this matrix suppressor, and I've done a video on this before, it's very well made and very high quality. And one of the things I like about it the most is you get this CNC steel flash hider. I don't even want to paint this thing black, because its natural color just sets it off and it keeps it a little bit different from the rest of the gun, and just makes it look good. Aesthetically, it's very pleasing to see. The one thing that I really, but it's not really a con, is the fact that when you mount a tactical light, you want to use one that has a short wire for the pressure switch, because there's not a whole lot of room here to move it around. And you may want to fix it to where it's set up here on your vert grip that deploys and folds away rather easily. Look at me, I'm having a hard time with it. What I put on mine is this AIM Sports reflex sight, and this one is available at Airsoft RX and TX 911 gear for around I think $44, $45. It has 4 reticles, and it fits up here nicely. The gun being such a small footprint doesn't really lend itself well to a larger EOTech clone, but you can definitely use beam shots, which we carry over there as well. But you want something that's going to be a little bit small so it doesn't look gaudy and huge. One of the great things about it is it's been out for such a long time that there's a slew of aftermarket upgrades you can do here. The low power bolt we just talked about goes for CQB. That gets you in that sweet spot. Plus you can use it with what it's got for your open field, unless you're like a big, M4 fan and you just don't like the small footprint of this gun. But an important thing to think about is the WEPDW. If you upgrade it with RA Tech, with this stock fully extended and the suppressor on the front, this is the exact length of the WEPDW with the 6-position buffer tube and the CTR stock from Magpul that you see on mine. Guys, I mean, you can't beat it. I mean, I was out there the other day and I did a gas efficiency test. I did with propane on a 15-second gas charge. I got 140 shots on semi-automatic. So you don't have to use a lot or carry a lot of magazines with you when you use this gun, so that's a definite plus. Another plus about it is it was just a little bit below 50 degrees ambient temperature outside, and I got through the full magazine without any hiccups. Now normally that's the high end for a gas gun to start experiencing problems when you come to temperature. Somewhere around the low 50s, high to mid 40s, you're going to start seeing it degrade just a little bit on its consistency, but this gun performs very, very well. The fact that it's made of lightweight materials, it's mostly polymer with its metal included. It's very easy to work around corners with. It's very shooter friendly. You have your pistol sights for close range and your rifle sights for longer range. I will tell you that it is difficult unless you're using something like a dye tactical face mask to get a good cheek weld and get down on your sights. That's why I would suggest using a reflex sight similar to this one. Another thing about the gun that makes it so nice is the fact of the high quality polymer that's used in it. When you get the Umarex, what everybody calls affectionately the paragraph on this side, you won't find that on the KSC Asian version. But with a little bit of watered down citrus strip, it comes right off and it doesn't damage that material at all. If it were a cheaper plastic, I will tell you from experience that it will jack it up severely. So this is a testament to the gun in just every aspect. You can also get the smaller, I think it's 25 round magazines to go in this pistol grip, and these are, of course, the 40 rounders. It's just a very versatile gun. I can't see why anybody wouldn't want it with all the upgrades. Now, the LM4, it's a nice quality gun, and the 1911s from KWA, they're nice as well. The only thing I don't like is the plastic outer barrels. Is it a big enough con for me not to buy it? No, not really. Um, it still performs flawlessly, and in my opinion, that's what matters. Whether it's made by KWA, Sima, Du Bois, whether it's Du Bois that's rebranded by Echo One, no matter what you're dealing with, as long as the gun does what it's supposed to do and it causes you very little problems, then that's a gun you want to go with. If you're not really having any hang-ups on the style of the weapon, say MP5 types or any of the MP variants like the KMP9 and this one, then I would definitely say this would be a good versatile all-around gun for you. Especially when you're hanging it from a one-point sling, you get very little fatigue on the field with it. It's lightweight, it's quick, it's fast. I think, I can't remember, to be honest with you, what the rate of fire was on this. You'll have to go back and watch my other video when I chronoed it. But it's just quick. And I mean, you can go through a mag pretty fast. Similar to their Mac 11s and Mac 11s by other makers, it's fast. I mean, it's super fast. The only thing that I have a problem with is I'm more M4 orient, and it takes a little bit of time to get used to your mag release being on your trigger guard and your bolt release being up here. I mean, it's nice that it's there and everything's right there on your fire control, so you do not have to move your hand from your weld point up front to actuate anything. You'll also know that there is another suppressor that looks very similar to this one. It's almost identical. This one has the fantasy trades, of course, with 5th Group Special Forces, and it says Special Force at the top, and then you got your cage number and all that good stuff. The one, I think it's from, I want to say it's Angel Customs. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But all it has is this paragraph here. And that gun comes, and you know what? It might be Angry Gun that does it. I'm still not sure. But it does come with a power-up, which means you have a tighter bore inner barrel. Some users have experienced problems with that, some haven't. And that brings me to another thing about this gun. If you go on YouTube and you start looking up on the forums, and a real good one is Gas Guns Info, come over there and join us. We have some pretty good conversations over there. It's a nice knit circle of friends, and everybody gets along famously. But you don't hear of a lot of problems out of this platform. And for me, that is a definite plus. And I've always said you don't want to be real quick out of the box to buy something that's brand new and just offered, for the simple fact that there may be bugs that have to be worked out. But the cool thing about KWA, and we take this from their Chris Vector release, it's taken them a while to get this released. And to be honest with you guys, I think nobody should give them any flack over it, because basically what they're trying to do is they're trying to turn out a stellar product where you don't have bugs and stuff to worry about. But eventually they will crop up, and this gun will fail on you if you don't take care of it. But to be honest, I mean, you can get the new stock system that has like 3 positions, I believe. The typical one that you get out of the box only has the 1 position. If you have the shorter reach, like my younger son does, he has a shorter reach, and the SMGs and the CQBRs seem to work better for him. But like I've always said, the weapon has to work for you, and you not work for your weapon. But to be honest with you, I honestly believe that the KWA MP7A1 is money well spent. It's very well spent. I don't think you're going to have any problems out of it. I absolutely love mine, and the more I shoot it and the more I use it, the more I love it. So hats off to KWA. You did a stellar job with this gun, and you know, I own the LM4. The LM4 is a nice platform if you like the M4. This is a nice CQB platform plus open field. The low power bolts, the smaller mags, the longer mags. The gas efficiency is unreal. and its ability to be upgraded externally and internally makes it an awesome choice for anybody out there. So with that said, I'd like to thank you for coming over and sitting with me for a spell and taking a look at the MP7A1. Nice gun, just like I said in the other video I did on the my opinions of the Chris Vector. This is a gun that came about along with the P90 simply because the U.S. government put out a requisition to gun manufacturers to come up with a weapon that could replace the M4. And that single requisition on a piece of typewritten letterhead developed this gun for us. So, guys, if you don't own one, get one. If you can't buy it, trade for it. But get one. This is the Jedi 270 from Airsoft RX and TX911gear.com, and I thank you so very much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button below. Have a good day.